Asterisk welcome to Kindness Stories, where the smallest acts of courage become the greatest stories. Today's tale is about pain, humiliation, and unexpected power, so grab a seat, stay till the end, and witness how one girl turned her worst night into a lesson her bullies will never forget. Asterisk, it was a Friday night. The school gym had been transformed into a glittering wonderland for the annual spring dance. Streamers hung from the ceiling, disco lights sparkled, and the beat of the music throbbed through the walls like a heartbeat. Everyone was excited. Everyone except one girl. Asterisk, her name was Maya. It was her first week at this new school. She was quiet, soft-spoken, and kept mostly to herself. She had transferred from another town after her father's job moved the family across the state. With her big brown eyes and shy demeanor, Maya wasn't looking to stand out. She just wanted to survive her first few weeks and maybe make a friend or two. Asterisk, she had no idea what was waiting for her that night. Asterisk, Maya didn't plan on going to the dance at all. She had declined every announcement in class and ignored the posters. But that afternoon, her mother found her sitting quietly by the window. Asterisk, you should go. Her mother said gently, you might enjoy it. You never know. Asterisk, Maya sighed. I don't have a dress or anyone to go with. Asterisk, but her mother smiled and went into the closet, pulling out a long, shimmery peach-colored dress. It had been her own dress when she was younger. It wasn't the latest fashion, but it sparkled under the light and fit Maya perfectly. Asterisk, Maya hesitated, then nodded slowly. Maybe she would go just for an hour. Asterisk, as she stepped into the gym that evening, eyes turned. Not because she was flashy or loud. It was the opposite. Maya looked elegant, timeless, beautiful in a soft way that made her glow. She didn't realize that, but others did. Especially the mean girls. Asterisk, three of them stood near the punch bowl. Jade, the self-proclaimed queen bee, Lexi, always tagging along for attention, and Brielle, the silent type who only smirked and followed orders. Asterisk, Jade narrowed her eyes. Who is that? She said, flipping her shiny black hair over one shoulder. Why is she dressed like some Disney princess from the 90s? Asterisk, Lexi laughed. Maybe she got it from the thrift store. Asterisk, they watched as Maya walked over to a corner of the room and sat alone. She wasn't trying to steal attention. She was trying to stay out of the spotlight. But that's what made her stand out more. Asterisk, later, that night, when Maya got up and walked toward the snack table, something happened that changed everything. Asterisk, as she passed by the girls, Lexi stuck out her foot just enough. Asterisk, Maya stumbled, but caught herself. She looked back, confused, but didn't say anything. Asterisk, Jade stepped forward with a sugary smile. Asterisk, oh my gosh, I love your dress. Where'd you get it? Cinderella's attic? Asterisk, Maya blinked, unsure whether it was a compliment or insult. Asterisk, before she could reply, Lexi stepped forward and fake gasped. Asterisk, oops, is that a tear? She said, reaching out and pretending to inspect the fabric. Asterisk, then, in one sharp motion, she yanked the dress. Asterisk, there was a terrible sound. R-I-I-I-P-P-P-P. Asterisk, Maya froze in place. The crowd gasped. The bottom of her dress hung uneven, torn in the middle. Everyone stared. Some laughed. Others just whispered. Asterisk, Maya stood there, stunned. The music kept playing. The lights kept flashing. But for her, the world had stopped. Asterisk, Jade smirked and stepped closer. Asterisk, oh no, she said with mock concern. You should really be more careful. Delicate dresses like that can't survive in real life. Asterisk, the laughter behind her was cruel, loud, echoing in her ears. Asterisk, Maya turned slowly and walked away, clutching the torn dress with trembling hands. She didn't cry, not yet. She just kept walking out of the gym, down the hallway, and into the girls' bathroom. Asterisk, she stared into the mirror, breathing hard. Asterisk, why did I come here? She whispered. Asterisk, then her eyes shifted. She saw not just herself, but something deeper, something she had pushed down for years, a fire, a strength. Asterisk, her fingers loosened from the dress. She stood straighter. Asterisk, Maya had spent 6 years training in martial arts. Her father taught self-defense after hours at a local dojo. She had learned to focus, to stay calm. But never, not once, had she used it against someone. She had always been taught to walk away. Asterisk, tonight, something snapped. Asterisk, she took a deep breath, tied the ripped fabric as best as she could, and walked back to the dance. Asterisk, people stared as she entered. The music paused. Even the DJ seemed confused. Asterisk, Jade raised her eyebrows. Asterisk, you're back. Didn't. You get the hint. Asterisk Maya didn't reply. She walked right up to them. Asterisk I just want to dance, she said quietly. Asterisk Lexi snorted. Dance? Like that? With that ripped curtain? Asterisk the crowd chuckled. Asterisk then Maya did something no one expected. Asterisk she raised her hand and spun. Asterisk it was a move she had practiced 1,000 times in the dojo. A swift, balanced turn on one foot, with the other extended. Not to hurt, not to show off, just to move. Asterisk, but Lexi, standing too close, didn't expect it. Asterisk Maya's heel clipped Lexi's arm not hard, but enough to knock her punch cup into the air, soaking her dress. Asterisk Lexi shrieked. What the asterisk before Jade could react, Maya spun again, this time stepping back with precision. Asterisk she didn't hit anyone, but it was enough. Asterisk Brielle tried to grab her arm. Maya ducked, turned, and gently shoved her back. Not a punch, not a kick, just enough to throw her balance. Asterisk Brielle stumbled and fell into the refreshment table, knocking over a stack of cups. Asterisk the crowd gasped. Asterisk Jade charged forward. Asterisk you think this is funny? Asterisk Maya moved fast, not aggressively, just smart. Asterisk she stepped aside, guided Jade's momentum, and sent her spinning straight into the speaker stand. Asterisk with a loud thud, Jade crashed and groaned. Asterisk silence fell over the gym. Asterisk everyone stared. Asterisk Maya stood in the middle of the room, breathing hard, but calm. Her torn dress fluttered slightly as the air from the fans brushed past her. She didn't look angry. She didn't look scared. Asterisk she looked free. Asterisk one teacher ran over. Asterisk what happened here? Asterisk the crowd began whispering. Asterisk she didn't do anything. They tried to mess with her. Asterisk she was defending herself. I saw the whole thing. Asterisk one boy stepped forward. They ripped her dress. She just wanted to dance. Asterisk another girl nodded. They bullied everyone at this school for years. They finally messed with the wrong one. Asterisk the principal walked in, alerted by the chaos. Asterisk after hearing what happened, he turned to Maya. Asterisk are you okay? Asterisk Maya nodded. Asterisk you're not in trouble, he said softly, but I think we need to talk about what happened here tonight and who really started it. Asterisk that night, Jade, Lexi, and Brielle were escorted to the nurse's office for minor injuries and a lot of embarrassment. None of them were seriously hurt, but their pride, that was another story. Asterisk the following week, the school launched a formal investigation. Witnesses gave statements. The bullying history of the three girls came to light. Detentions, suspensions, community service. Asterisk Maya became someone no one would forget. Asterisk, but not because she fought. Asterisk because she stood up for herself. With grace, control, and power. Asterisk she didn't humiliate them. She didn't seek revenge. Asterisk she reminded everyone that kindness is not weakness, that quiet doesn't mean helpless, that some people, when pushed too far, don't break, they rise. Asterisk and something else changed after that night. Asterisk Maya made friends, real ones, people who had been quiet like her, people who were tired of being targets. They found strength in her story, in her courage. Asterisk and Maya, she kept going to school, kept learning, and yes, she kept dancing this time, with her head high and her heart even higher. Asterisk because sometimes the biggest battles happen when you're just trying to be yourself. Asterisk and sometimes the kindest people carry the fiercest strength. Asterisk they don't start fights. Asterisk, but when necessary, they finish them. Asterisk thank you for watching Kindness Stories. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to remember that inner strength often hides behind the quietest smiles. And always choose kindness, but never let it make you small. Asterisk.